A nice Friday night in Seattle. The Seattle Sasquatch hosting the final of a three-game series between the Portland Anchors and the Seattle Sasquatch. Portland took game 1 and the Seattle Sasquatch took game 2. Who will win game 3 and ultimately the series? First pitch is next. Stick around. Testing. Welcome to Bigfoot Field! A Northwest Division matchup. The Portland Anchors and the Seattle Sasquatch. First pitch between the two is coming up. Who will take the series? We're about to find out. First pitch, Sasquatch Anchors is next. Taking the mound for the Seattle Sasquatch is Christian Javier. He's came in 3 times this year for Seattle. 4.6 ERA, 15 strikeouts, 23.6 strikeout rate, 4.8% walk rate. Seeing how he does for the Sasquatch on this Friday night. Here's Nico Horner to split off for the Portland Anchors. And there's strike 1 right there at the knees. Start the ball game. Blue line foul. Down the line foul, and so into Seattle. Portland, obviously, the location, they're really close together, so there is that.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the fly ball out towards right. He's there to make the catch, and there's 1 down. So, take a look at their lineup. They got Brady Hughes coming up next for the Portland Anchors. They got Mookie Betts, Luis Raymond. They got John Kinsey Doyle, Patrick Bailey. Trevino, he's sitting out today. Here's Brady Hughes. Just a 209 batting average for Brady Hughes so far, but he has 3 homers and 6 RBIs. So he can definitely produce. He definitely can produce for Portland. Four-seamer at the top of the zone there. 1-1 the count to Hughes. The thing is, despite not having a Major League Baseball team, Portland they've had an extensive baseball history because they actually used to have a team. They were called the Portland Beavers. had a logo. They had a beaver, and he
Ball. Two strike.
was in like a baseball jersey, and he's got his bat, and he's smiling ear to ear. It's really cool. And they have won, not one, not two, not three. And make the catch, and there's 2 down. Here comes Mookie Betts. Here's Mookie Betts. The LA Dodger. In the NBL, he's come to the Portland Anchors. 294 batting average, just out so far.
That's the ball.
Just short of 20 games in to the season. There's ball 1. There you can see a good look at the stadium. They got the Bigfoot in right field. That's where you go and get your little picture with your Bigfoot. Four-seamer tapper, and it's 2-1. Right on the coast of Seattle. And the 2-1 pitch. Oh, that one hit pretty well, but it's foul. 2-2. How are you ever going to try and get out of this inning? Another foul ball. 2-2. Swing and a miss on a slider. And we head to the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. No runs, no hits for the Anchors. Here comes Dick Martinez as he'll take the mound for the Portland Anchors today. He'll get the start. 1-1 record so far, 3.12 ERA, 18.2% strikeout rate, 12 strikeouts, 6.1% walk rate. So, definitely looking to improve as it get his ERA under 3 today. We'll see how that works out for him. His first batter is Julio Rodriguez. I'm trying to get the out here. And just circle change up and then strike 1. Portland Anchors 12-5 record. They've been a very solid team this year. The first NBL season, they've had a solid start. And the 0-1. Circle change up and it's 0-2. The ball's in 2 strikes. And circle change up. I think he was trying to see if he would bite, and it didn't work. Got him the fastball at the knees, and he strikes out Rodriguez. He's got 1 strikeout to start off. And for the Sasquatch, here comes Brendan Donovan. As soon as see if we can get back-to-back strikeouts here. Seattle's also had they've also had a baseball history of much more in depth. Both these cities, Portland and Seattle, have both had baseball history. I did quite a bit of into it because so I got some interesting stuff to talk about. Portland, Portland, they've had a baseball history, they never really had enough to have a full-on MLB team. Their big brother, Seattle, always got the team instead. There's a shot into center field. This one's gonna get down. A perfect hit for Donovan, and he's got a 1-out single. First of the day for the Sasquatch. Here's Cole Crimson for the Bigfoot Bombers. There's a good name. Bigfoot Bombers. I love it. I just coined a new name. The Bigfoot Bombers. I love the script. Sasquatch. This isn't... What? I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what that is. When I see your assist, I think hockey. Oh, Donovan's going to second. And we grounded for first. Donovan is safe at second base. But Cole Crimson is called out at first. 2 down. There's Shea Langolier, Spencer Horwitz, who's next, and after that's the DH, Leo Ford. Steven Martin is 7th, Paredes is 8th, Jordan Walker is 9th. So here's Langolier, the catcher for the Seattle Sasquatch. And we can't get the call with that cutter. Just on that corner, ball one there. As Shea Langolier is at the plate. Same pitch, a fastball, this time right down Broadway. One, an easy strike one because he didn't even swing on it. From here, those look like... I know they're not boots, but they look like boots. They look like boots to me. They look like boots. Those shoes he's wearing. Literally, they're cleats, but they look like boots. Why? Why do they look like... They don't... I mean, that is fitting for Seattle, but... Boots. Baseball. I don't know. What are those cleats? They literally look like boots. As he taps that circle changeup 2-2, it's foul. Nick Martinez is going to try and get out of this. And the pitch. Got him with the fastball at the top of the zone, and that was actually off a bit too high. But either way, a swinging strikeout. We head to the second. So leading off is Matt Olson for the Portland Anchors. And what Portland needs to do here is they just, as a team, they need to get... They gotta find a way to get hits off of Christian Javier because it'll be tough. Olson, he's about to get his 1,000th hit between Major League Baseball and the National Baseball League. Four-seamer at 0-2. No-2 pitch. Fouled it down the line. Getting your 1,000th hit, that is a milestone. Definitely. That does mean it means you have been in the league for some time. It's not necessarily like one of those, oh wow, he's the first, he did this crazy exclusive thing. It's no 50-50 club, but it is a player who has been in the league for a while. It's like a benchmark almost. Got him with a circle changeup and he struck out Olsen and he was one down, so he won't get his 1,000th career hit yet. We'll see though, if he gets it in this game. Four-seamers. All four-seam fastballs. Then the knuckle curve. The 3 fastballs in a row, and then a breaking ball, and then the circle changeup. So, yeah, he does rely on his fastball quite a lot, as you can see. Like, every pitcher has their own, like, pitch or two that they specialize in, that they probably mainly throw it. I know Devin Williams, he has a screwball. He's like a closer, and that's like he throws that like 80 to 90% of the time. And that's the if you're a closer, you can do that a lot more. Or what's his name? Aroldis Chapman's fastball. One of the ones that like break records and stuff. Because that one's fouled off and it's 1-2. So with like the fastballs from like Aroldis Chapman, it's basically a famous pitch. That one's lined down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. Is he going to be able to get a double out of it? No, he won't. He'll stay on first. I genuinely thought Luis Raymond would get a hit out of that, but apparently not. Here's TJ Friedel for the Portland Anchors. Top of the second, 1 on, 1 out. And smart to take that fastball because just it's all a prediction thing. You have to That was a really good take by Friedel. I know I would be fooled. I would be definitely fooled and think that was on that. That was just enough to stay in the zone. I would have swung at it. 5-year career with the MLB and now the National Baseball League. And the 1-1, he'll line it foul, and it's 1-2. Another pitch coming on the way. Backdoor slider, and it strikes out Friedel. That's his third strikeout. I believe it was a backdoor slider. It looked like a backdoor slider there, just because it was like right on the edge, and then it was slightly angled to move inwards. There's a backdoor slider, 0-1. Those pitches are hard to guess. Paul Goldschmidt, he's DHing for the Yankees today. It's a 0-1 count. Goldschmidt, wasn't he like a former teacher? Look that up. 0-2. Got him with a fastball at the top of the zone. There's a bloop into center field, and there's 2 on. Goldschmidt's aboard, as well as Luis Raymond. Here's John Kinsey Noel. And he'll take a strike. A knuckle curve. 0-1. I'm just looking to see about Paul Goldschmidt. So yeah, born like a Catholic family. Yeah, exposed to a lot of other religions. Yeah, I don't have this stuff memo. I thought I heard somebody say that he was a teacher. But... Got him, strike 3. No one. John Kinsey Noel retired. We head to the bottom of the second. So here's Spencer Horwitz. I think I might be I think I might have misheard something because, yeah, no. That's not what I found. Spencer Horwitz at the plate. And there's a base hit into the gap. And Horwitz has a leadoff single here in the second for the Sasquatch. To reach it. Here's the Seattle designated hitter, Leo Ford. So he's going to be the DH. Has an almost Ohtani-like stance. And he fouls one off. 0-2. He's got the mustache, almost like an Austin Wells type of look to him. The only thing is Austin Wells is a catcher. The 0-2. And I think he misfired his curveball outside the zone, 1-2. Strike 3 called, and we head right now 1 down. I almost thought there was 2 down before that. I thought that was out number 3. My brain did a bit of a brain fart there. So we got Leo Ford down swinging, and coming to the plate is Samuel Martin for the Sasquatch, bottom of the second inning, as he fouls off that 4-seam fastball, 0-1. He's a 3 homer, 6 RBI, so he is a good batting average, so he's probably one of the more solid players on the Seattle Sasquatch.
Runner, he's going.
We're going for second as it's fouled off 0-2.
Ball 1.
Forcing her outside. On the pitch, lined right at the shortstop, Mookie Betts. And there's 2 down, just like that. Here comes Isaac Paredes with 2 down. Still no score on this one. 2-seamer swung right under, as you can see. 91 miles an hour. Not necessarily the fastest. It's no 1 count. They just swung at that just a bit too early.
That's a ball.
Cutter drifted off the plate there. I think it was trying for a backdoor cutter. And he struck out and able to get to the bag in time on the wild pitch. So we head to the 3rd. No score. So for the Portland Anchors, you know, they don't necessarily have the greatest stats. Their offense has been rough, but a lot. They do have really good pitching stuff. That's what's winning them games, just with 1.7 runs per game. It's incredible that they've been able to win 12 of 17 games. I'm impressed. And round 1 right to second and the throw to first. And there's 1 out and 1 pitch. They do need a bit more run support. That's the only thing for the Yankees. And they have the players. They got Nico Horner. They got John Kinsey Noel. You got some dinner in front of me, so you might be hearing me eating some of that. And then we lined right towards second and toward the first. Got him up high. Good reach in the air for that catch. And a good hustle there. Grabs it. Only thing is he did throw it a bit high. That did get a bit harder for the Seattle first baseman to handle it, but he still made the play, so I guess it worked out in the end for Seattle. Brady Hughes popped out his first at bat for Portland. Another pitch. Just a bit low on that slider. But the thing is, it's a breaking ball. It's going to drop. You want to throw it above the knees, depending on how fast. Oh, that one's over the head of the Seattle first baseman. That one's gonna go down the line, and Hughes, he's got a double, and he slid in to second base. A 2-out double for Brady Hughes. Just enough to get over the head. Able to get that. Doubling some good hustling by Hughes on that play. Here's Mookie Betts, who struck out his first time for Portland.
Ball. Slow.
Badly angled four-seam fastball there by Christian Javier. Was at the knees, and then he angled it in a downwards trajectory. Just below on the knuckle curve. Matt Olson's on deck for Portland. Right now, one team the Portland does have is the Portland Pickles, which it's just a funny name, and also the culture. Also, for Seattle, there's a whole baseball league. It's called the PIL. That's a funny team name. It's got multiple Seattle-based teams in it. It's a really cool idea. They have the Dub C Fish Sticks. That's probably my favorite name. Fly ball into center field. Not pretty high. Not very deep. He's under it, and the catch. We head to the bottom of the third. And we're still scoreless after 2.5. There's a series recap. Portland took game 1. And yesterday, the Seattle Sasquatch killed the Yankees 7-3. We'll see you Jake's game 3. Right now it's scoreless, but got him up. Jordan Walker there, the strike. Fooled on that circle changeup. That pitch, just the angle of it was really good for Nick Martinez. Glad to have you tuning in on a Friday night for some Friday night baseball. The 0-2. Not high enough to get the call on that fastball. It's all a perception thing with the umpires. Because, I mean, I call it just enough to be a ball. You can't blame them for getting calls that are right in the line wrong. Called strike 3 on the fastball. 5th strikeout for Nick Martinez. So, he's having a fantastic start for the Yankees. Cutter strike 1 there. Seems to be a lot of it's alternating between a cutter, slider, and fastball. It seems to be a lot of his pitches. And I think you like rate over a little. It's hard to tell why pitches go angles that they do. Like ones that, like balls when they drift. It's hard to tell why they drift off the plate. This was a fly ball out towards left field. How far is this one gonna go? Not gonna be deep enough. He's under it to make the catch, and there's 2 down. Here's Brendan Donovan. Singled his first at bat today for the Sasquatch. It was a perfect hit in the center field. I mean, nice hit, but was closer to the handle than it was to the sweet spot of Donovan's bat. Needed a foul. Fly to center field. Is he going to get there? Yes, he will. And that ends the inning. We head to the 4th. Still scoreless after 3. The Portland, they've had a mixed schedule, but they've been able to win most of their games, just losing 3 in their last 10. And they're looking pretty good, yet a lot of this is their offense, their defense. They just don't allow the other team to score. Yesterday was a bit of a struggle a bit. Probably the worst game they've had this season, which is just fantastic.
No, that's a ball.
A lot of teams have already had horrid games. Seems a lot worse than that. Force him on 1-1 the count. Knuckle curve fouled off, 0-2. Called strike Ray, Matt Olson retired. And there's one out in the fourth. Here comes Luis Freeman. One thing I noticed in some of like the shots, you know, when it goes across like the whole, like the scenic view of the outfield, and then you can see all the stuff like the batter's eye. In this stadium, Bigfoot Field, right above the batter's eye, there's seats. There's seats above the batter's eye. I think it's like slightly behind the batter's eye, but still, there's seats above the batter's eye. I don't think Major League Baseball would allow that, but we do, so. There is that.
That's low. Ball four.
And ball four to Luis Freeman, and he'll walk. Here's TJ Friedel. You did have a cycle once.
One ball, no strike.
But again, I better double check that. Maybe. And he hits one pretty well. Out towards right field. Bye-bye, baby. Goodbye, home run. A 2-run bomb from TJ Friedel. And the Yankees jump out in front to a 2-0 lead. So, Friedel giving the Yankees exactly what they need. A 2-run bomb and a jump out in front. They need this since they're not a team that has a lot of offense. On that bat, just perfect location. It had the right launch angle to get up and over the wall to be a home run. So here's Goldschmidt once again. An interesting character. And there's strike two. He drifted low off the zone. Chase the fastball to the top of the zone. 2 down. 6 strikeout for Christian Javier. Here's John Kenzie Noel. Strikeout his first time for Portland. Takes the cutter, and there's a batter. When you see a pitch that's like below the knees, it's like a breaking ball. It's almost something you should never swing at it because it's going to drop down even further than where you see it.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Slider off the plate there. 2-1. Fastball got the top of his bat, but not really. Again, when it like skims the top or the bottom, it gets it enough to go somewhere, but it doesn't really ever gain any power. Which sometimes signs of that, and then it will basically bounce up, and then since it has no power, it just kind of flops over to the side. And there's a nice catch for the second baseman, and a 2-run bomb from TJ Friedel when the Portland Yankees have a 2-0 lead. So for the Seattle Sasquatch, leading off is Colton Crimson. Circle change up, called strike one. Seattle needs some bombs.
One ball, one strike.
They need to get some hits soon because they want to fall behind.
One
So we're gonna miss on a cutter in the 22. Thing is, it's gonna be tough since this is what Portland's good at, is pitching. And grounder to third, throw to the bag. It's inside, and there's out number one. Here's Shea Langoliers.
No ball, one strike.
Langoliers has one stolen base this year for the Seattle Sasquatch, so. He needs to be given the opportunity to steal bases. He has speed, just. I haven't really seen one. He's not the type of player that's gonna make headlines. Pop fly, it's foul. In foul territory. He's under it, and the catch, and he's 2 down. Here comes Horowitz. Wearing a solo digit, he's just wearing number 3. At the top of that ball, he's throwing 1. 0 for 4 yesterday, though. So we're gonna want to improve in that. 12 o'clock curve, he was fooled. 0-2. Bounce in the dirt on a wild pitch, and that'll end the inning. So we head to the 5th. 2-0 Anchors. Knuckle curve, and it's 0-1. Edwards Jr. and Joyce warming up in the Seattle bullpen.
One and one.
And he throws himself on that circle changeup. Patrick Bailey to take it. Bit late on the slider there. Because when you swing late, there's gonna be less power, and then it's also when you swing early, you have the same problem. When you don't swing on time, like when it's noticeable, it's gonna affect the power and the hitting. When you swing too early, your main concern is you're not gonna get enough power on the ball. It'll just high pop up that's caught. Swing and a miss. 1 down. Here's Nico Horner.
No, that's low.
I did learn something really cool today. I know I'm not showing the San Diego Seals. That'd be fitting if I was, since it has to do with the San Diego Padres. And for the Padres, in left field, they have probably a lot of you, if you know anything about baseball, they have the Western Metal Supply Company building. It's in left field, and they have crowds there. You can go watch the game. Heck, you can watch the game on the roof. And speaking in Fernando Tatis Jr. So they're both modern players. And as Nico Horner got the edge of that fastball, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Ball 4, take your base.
Forcing around the corner for ball 4. Second walk allowed for Javier, and they're going to call him off the mound. So here's Carl Edwards Jr. We'll talk with the catcher. We'll see what he comes up with. We'll see what he's got cooking. And there'll be a tapper right for second, run to the bag. There's one, double play. Got him. We get to the bottom of the 5th. And the Sasquatch get out of it with no further incident. There's just some baseball news. Yamamoto with 10 Ks, lost 1 in the win versus the Aviators. Oh yeah, that's what happened in that game. Twins win extra innings versus the Blues. Florida broke out of a slump with a 2-hit performance versus the Eagles. Forcing her fouled off. Here's Leo Ford. Lined right at Mookie Betts. And there's out number 1. There's the shortstop, Samuel Martin.
Hey! 0-1.
One thing Mookie Betts, at least in this league, can't do anymore. Probably is also a shortstop for the Dodgers, I don't know.
1 ball.
In what we like to call the real world. 1-1. Out off with a 4-seamer, 1-2.
Ball.
And a 2-seamer that drifted inside.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's starting to struggle to hit the strike zone with his fastballs. I can see that here with this at bat. 3 fastballs in a row, they all missed. All of them. Fly ball out towards right center field. Friedel's going to get under it, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. The entire challenge of this game is trying to score against this Portland team, which is really good defensively. Fly ball out towards right center field. Noel's calling for it, running to make the catch, and we head to the 6th. So here's Mookie Betts. One thing he can't do is that he's in the shortstop position, playing shortstop. What he can't do, he can't make those crazy outfield catches. Which I remember the one with the Red Sox. That's the one of the most fantastic plays I've ever seen. You go, did he make it? He did. Great call, by the way, by Don Orsillo. No, he's still doing great with the San Diego Padres. And the 1-2 pitch. Struck out bats. One down. Here's Matt Olson. Forcing fastball there. Ball one. A nice, very well placed 12 o'clock curve there, just right on the inside edge. It's a weird spot, like right in the middle inside is one of the harder places to hit, in my opinion. You have to, like, I don't know, like you have to be standing a bit further away from the zone to get a really good hit on it. Line right, and it's gonna get past him for a base hit, and Matt Olson's got a 1-out single. And there is number 1,000. So he got his 1,000th hit just like that. Here's Luis Raymond. We're going. And the throw back to second. He is out. Beat him by a mile. Yeah, thing is, he didn't have a good jump on that. I mean, really good throw from home plate to get him out. Pop fly up towards center field. And the catch, and we head to the bottom of the sixth. A double play. Sorry. A pick off at second. And we head to the bottom of the sixth. Yeah, definitely not gonna put that in the highlights because I made that was a big mistake. Here's Jordan Walker. Rosen on that circle change up there. Still warming up in the bullpen there. There's Paradise Dining. Northwest Paradise Dining. Oh, that's the in-game building, because MLB The Show has like in-game buildings and stuff. Like, and one of them's called Paradise Dining. I don't know, it'll be just Northwest Paradise. So there's a fly ball out towards left field. It's going in, it's gonna track, it's gonna drop in right in front of the wall. It's gonna be no out double for Jordan Walker. Lead off double. Start the inning for Seattle. That one, because I had no idea whether I was going to go over the wall or not. So I dropped right in front of the wall. Kind of just died, but it's enough. They weren't able to make the catch. Because it went back there fast. If you have a high, like a very high, you want it to go out into the outfield a lot faster, because the faster it goes, the harder it's going to be to track. Imagine chasing one, like some real high fly ball that's going to drop right in center field, or just some absolute like whiner that gets over your head, and it's going to either bounce off the wall or be a home run. It'd be much harder to catch. Has there ever been a line drive home run? I'm curious now. Like, I won't sleep tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna Google that. Has there ever been a line drive home run? I'm gonna look that up, but it sounds like that it has happened. Hunter Goodman for the Rockies. So here's Brendan Donovan. for Seattle. Got that one off the end of his bat. Go towards the wall. This stadium has some weird configurations, but it's almost like a wholesome weird. It's very unique. But when you fouled off into the corner, they got Paradise Dining out in left field there. So you can have your hot dog or whatever you're having, and catch your foul ball. How does that sound? The 2-2. Drifted in on a circle changeup inside. 3-2. Full count. Colt Crimson is on deck. Donovan does have a chance to tie the game here. Or get on base. It'll be a tapper. Throw to first and they'll retire Donovan. And here comes Colt Crimson with 2 out. With a chance to tie the game. Seattle has struggled in this ball game. They struggled offensively in Game 1 as well, losing 2-1. Feels like it could be a similar game to Game 1 of this series. The 0-1 pitch. 4-seamer. Full strike. 1-1. Martinez. He's at 80 pitches. Are they going to keep him the whole game? We'll see. So 1-1. Got him on a circle changeup when it's 1-2. Hits allowed 3 hits. 3 hits for Seattle so far. Swing and a miss, and he got him on a cutter. We into the 7th. 6 shutout innings for Nick Martinez. Coming in for Seattle is Ben Joyce. Uh, 2.08 ERA, 43.2% strikeout rate, 31 games last year. Some really fantastic stats for Joyce, and he is also one of those. Have a similar pitching style like Aroldis Chapman. You can reach it. You just pitch off speed. Tyler Glass now does that as well. Where he's like one of where see he focuses like you pitch like 1 or 2 innings and just get like highest number possible. 101 on that fastball. He pitches hard, I tell you. Changing up with a circle changeup when it's 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Back-to-back balls. Tell you, almost, at least half his pitches are over 100, which is just incredible. The 3-2. The pitch. Got him on a slider. And Friedel's retired. First strikeout for Joyce. Four-seamer. Rockies. Testing. don't know why it's doing this. Alright. So the Seattle Sasquatch and the Portland Anchors. Top of the 7th here. Slanimous 101. Let's see how hard can Joyce pitch.
No.
And the count's 2-1.
One strike.
So the target's 106. That is his target.
Ball 3.
96 on a synchronous 3-1. John Kinsey Noel's on deck for the Anchors.
Take your base.
Four-seamer, ball 4. And the walk Goldschmidt. Here's John Kinsey Noel. A strikeout in the lineout today for Big Christmas, which is his nickname.
That's a ball.
A slider 1-0. I know that because of that one Brian Anderson call with him and the Guardians. Against my team, by the way. New York Yankees. Hoping they get out of a slump. And the 1-1 to Noel. Oh, he's struggling on that fastball up the knees there. Maybe he wants to move that. Might be a good idea to move that pitch a bit up because he can't get it at the knees. 2-1 fouled off on a sinker. One thing with Seattle is that they've not really ever had much. Ball 3! Oh, almost got. Had to watch Goldschmidt there. He stays on first. Patrick Bailey's on deck. And the count is 4 to John Kinsey Noel.
Take your base.
And sinker unable to get the call on the upper inside corner. Strike 3 and there's 2 on. A bad situation for the Sasquatch. Here's Patrick Bailey. So now Joyce is gonna get out of this. See what he can do here. Patrick Bailey's at the plate. And right back at him. 1, 2, double play to end the inning, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. Ben Joyce ends the inning with a double play. Coming in after 6 Nick Martinez shutout innings is Denny Colombe. He's doing 11 times this year so far. 10.3% strikeout rate, ERA at 2, so some fantastic stats. He'll face Shea Langoliers, who hasn't really had a good day offensively. He's got the boots on. I'm calling them boots because they look like boots. I don't know if they're boots or not, but they look like boots. Strike 1 from Langoliers. There's their coach. Just a random view of the coach. Oh yeah, let's show the coach. I get maybe somehow he's got to figure out what he wants to do here. Under a bit. They're gonna drop. No, it won't. Good catch for Noel, and there's 1 down. Here's Spencer Horwitz. And frozen on that cutter, strike 1. Up in the zone there. Seattle needs to figure out what they're going to do offensively because time's running out. They need some runs. The thing with that's what Portland's good at. You got to find a way to attack it. Synchro 22 to Horwitz. Surf out off, keeps it. Is that bat alive? We'll see what he can do, what he does from here. Got him on a slurve. He chased it, and there's 2 down. Exactly what the Sasquatch do not want. They don't want wasting any of their players to waste strikes like that. In that case, wasting it out. So Leo Ford coming to the plate. The Owls need getting more desperate by the minute. Line for a base hit. That one's going to go all the way into the corner. And Leo Ford, is he going to double out of this? Yes, he will. He's got a 2-out double. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. It's a celebration from Leo Ford. And they're going to pull him. He gave up one double. I understand why, because the lead's really slim. Tying runs at the plate here. And they're going to bring in Alex Lang. 11 times this year. ERA is above in the double digits. So this might not have been a good idea, but we'll see how it goes. He's 0-2 record. Might not be good. I don't know if this was a good decision, but we'll see. Numbers wise, this doesn't really make any sense. I'm just gonna say that right now. It does not make any sense. And unable to get the call on that knuckle curve 1-1. Just off the plate there. He's got to be careful here because of the base hit. At the very least, they got to 90 feet away. Swing and a miss. Gonna try and get out of it. Fouled off at the end of the bat. And keeps the inning going for Seattle. Fly ball foul into the stands. Fighting off foul balls here. Samuel Martin. So 1-2. Will be lined right at third. Long throw to first, and he got him. We get to the 8th. So Portland gets that out of it. The 7th inning with a long throw to first. Here comes Hector Neris for the Seattle Sasquatch. Came in twice already this year. 31.2% strikeout rate in 4 innings. So some great stats. Small sample size, but some good stats. Here's Nico Horner. No registered ERA, so. His job is to keep the deficit to 2. Because if it gets any higher, this game might get out of reach for the Sasquatch. They've been silent offensively at this point, besides a few doubles. 14,572 in attendance for this ball game here on a Friday night. So 1-1. The pitch.
No, that's a ball.
And
2-1.
He flinched on the slider, but he didn't swing. 2 balls and a strike. Forcing her right down Broadway, 2-2. And that gets the crowd riled up. They need something to cheer about here. So 2-2.
Okay.
Almost hit him on the sinker. He missed. I think he did something wrong with that pitch. And he fouled off. I did watch his arm movement a bit of his pitching hand.
Take your base.
And Gills just a bit upstairs, ball 4. And a walk Nico Horner.
Now batting, number 86.
Here's Brady Hughes. Playing third base for Portland. Does have a double. This is exactly what Seattle does not want right now. He's going to try to go to second, and the throw is in time. Able to get Nico Horner. We're at number 1 there. A fantastic throw to get out ordered. Right at the... by the leg. He tagged him on the leg. Good tag as well at second. Hold it off. Down the line. It's 0-2.
That's a ball.
He does have a tendency for his fastballs to be a bit upstairs. Not every pitch, but multiple times. See? Got off at the top of the zone. High in the air, and that's going to go on the stands. Some fan got it, so I guess that's good. Brady Hughes fouls it off to keep his at-bat alive. It's been a long at-bat. Got it with a splitter! And that's out number 2. Here's Mookie Betts. I guess the splitter is this pitch. The splitter seems to be working out better than the fastball. Moose is 0 for 3 today. He's struggling at the plate. Orson just barely got a piece of it. He's struggling to make good contact. That's kind of what his contact is just weak.
Ball 2.
And able to hold off for ball 2. Bit of a bad angled fastball on the outside half of the zone. Just tap that four-seamer and it bounces foul. Another 2-2. Got under the fastball, causing it to jolt backwards. He's making it tough on Hector Neris.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
3-2 as he freezes on that fastball. That's just above the belt of Mookie Betts. He's playing this smart. So 3-2.
Ball 4.
And Mookie draws a walk. And the inning continues. As here is Matt Olson for Portland. Seattle does not want to let this get out of hand. Right up the middle for a base hit. They'll stop at second. So Olson aboard. He's got a 2-out single. Now there's two runners on for the Portland Anchors. Here's Luis Raymond. They already have a hit today. He's 1 for 2. Could be bad news for the Sasquatch. Anchor's goal here is to kill a chance of a comeback. Trying to kill the hopes and dreams of the Sasquatch. You're hoping to live up to the name Bigfoot Bombers. As it's no balls and 2 strikes. And it's going to try and get out of it for Seattle. An 0-2. Got him with a sinker, strike 3. And the Sasquatch get out of a 2-on, 2-out situation. We head to the bottom of the 8th. And Yuki Matsui coming in for the Portland Anchors here in the 8th inning. Hasn't really had much time on the mound, as he'll face Isaac Paredes. His goal? Keep Seattle off the board. And for the Sasquatch, time is running out here. Got this inning and they have the ninth. Swung on, missed on that fastball. It's 0-2. Here's his little tap one foul. And they'll just tag him right there. Didn't need a race to the bag. Here's Jordan Walker. And strike one. Four-seamer right down the middle. So it's 0-1. Another one from Matsui. Fly ball. Out towards left field. This one back. Track. Wall. Goodbye. Home run. Jordan Walker. A solo blast. And Seattle's cut the lead in half. This crowd is electric. Only 15,000 people. Boy, do they got something to cheer about. A crucial home run. The Sasquatch are right back in this ball game. Julio Rodriguez as he taps the cutter foul. 0-1. 2 strikeouts and a flyout, so he's 0 for 3 today. Hasn't really had much success. The flyout was the closest he got to really anything. Wants to replicate that, but just maybe a bit of a better scenario. Pop fly. And there's the catch at first. They're out number 2. So Seattle's halfway there. They have an inning after this, so there is that. Just imagine their hope is to at least tie the game. At least tie the game.
That's out the corner.
Forcing fastball off on the upper inside corner. They're just not able to get it on the plate there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Full strike there, 1-1. I'm gonna piece of that one towards left field. He's under it. And John Kinsey Noel able to make the catch. We head to the 9th. Jordan Walker with a solo bomb. And Portland's on the board, and they're right back in this ball game. And they're bringing Anthony Bender in the 9th inning and try and keep the deficit to 1. Here's TJ Friedel. Seattle cannot give up anything in this inning. This is the most crucial inning defensively for Seattle. If they blow this up, they blow everything up. Here's Kimbrel and Pagan as they're warming up in the Sasquatch bullpen. And I don't know why why it has to be an on-field bullpen. That's really dumb to me, but I've talked enough about that during some of these games, so I don't need to repeat the same thing every single game, but that makes sense. Pop flying, third base side. He's under it. And an easy catch for out number 1. The retire is TJ Friedel. Here's Goldschmidt. 1 for 2 with a single. Might be just a straight up repeat of game 1. With Portland's hoping for at this point. Hoping to take a lead here. It's up to Anthony Bender to shut them down. Swung on that sweeper. 1-1. Foul. He swung a bit early on it as well. It wasn't really in a good spot either. He didn't really get a good swing on it. Exact opposite problem. It's in a weird spot. Not too close. It was a bit too far away. They only got it off the end of the bat. And he pulled foul again on almost the same pitch. Looked a little more prepared for it that time. And a winding deal. I figure that's just a bit low. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Duncan's and Noel's on deck.
Ball 4.
Ball 4 and a walk, Goldschmidt. As he was able to freeze himself on the circle changeup and take ball 4. Here's Junkins and Noel. He did walk earlier in the ball game.
Oh. Strike. Woo.
We're gonna miss him a sinker, and it's counts even. A ball and a strike. And we did a light swing on that sweeper. It was in an odd spot too, since it was like chasing out his own. He was chasing it. A ball and 2 strikes.
2-2.
A bit too much movement on the sweeper there. You might want to speed that up because it's a sweeper or slider, breaking ball's movement when he moves side to side, and he's right under it. Make the catch, 2 down. Want those like pitches that move go across the zone? It's all about how fast you throw them. It's like the throttle. Here's Patrick Bailey. The throttle of the faster you throw it, the less move. So if you throw it a bit slower, more movement. Throw it a second, that'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th. A chance for Portland to walk it off. There's Will Vest coming in for the Portland Anchors. He's came in 9 times this year. Just a 1.04 ERA. That might be able to get the job done for the Anchors, but we will see. And fans on their feet here in the 9th. Here's Cole Crimson. Bringing Will Vest to the mound was probably a smart decision. Swinging and missing a 4-seamer on 1-1. Statistically, I think this was a perfect idea. This might seal it. But we'll see. Secret Tapper, and it's 0-2 to Colt Crimson. Looking for that perfect pitch that probably down the middle faster. Lined it, but it's foul. Portland fans are on their feet here in the bottom of the 9th. Baseball 1 and that fastball just put a bit below the zone. A lot of this is patience. From the batter's perspective, patience. You don't swing at every pitch, especially in a situation like this. And Cole Crimson's doing a good job keeping his at-bat alive here. Batting off these foul balls. Swinging at them, and he's hit. Good hit on him. And then he takes the circle changeup. I'm noticing he reserves himself at the right time. He is good. He is well disciplined. Right now, I'm in the very set. And he lets the count go full. Nova is struggling to hit the strike zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cole Crimson. Lead off the 9th. 4-seamer fouled off. 9th pitch of this at-bat coming up. This has been a battle. And the stadium is the battlefield. Keeps it going. Another foul ball on that 4-seamer. Another 3-2. Swinging to center field. Is he going to get there in time? Yes. He's going to let it run to him. Friedel makes the catch, and there's out number 1. 2 outs left for the Sasquatch. There's Shea Langoliers coming to the plate for the Sasquatch. Going to go the other way. Is he going to get out? No, let's go drop her a base hit. Langoliers is aboard. And the winning runs to the plate. Trying to run aboard for the Sasquatch. But the 1-out single from Langoliers. And John Kinsey Noel struggles to get it in the grasp of his glove quite a bit. Here's Spencer Horwitz. Representing the winning run for Seattle. Bottom of the ninth. 2-0 count to Horwitz. We're right back to it. 2-0 count. Ball 3. Leo Ford on deck for the Sasquatch. Crowd on their feet for the Seattle here. Ball 4. 2 on for the Sasquatch. Now bringing a pinch runner, Christian Franklin. This crowd is electric. There's Leo Ford. The 2 on. Chance to at least bring in 1 run here for Seattle. We're going to fly ball out to his left center field. We'll make the catch. Throw to third. 2 down. And they're down to their final out. There's Samuel Martin. Two down. Final hope for Seattle. We'll take a slider 1-0. 87 batting average. Throws on that fastball, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. So Seattle, they got a chance here. 2-1 count. And the pitch. Going to be down the line, foul. 2-2. And whoever wins this game wins the series. Down to this at bat right here. Count is full on a slider. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, they're also down to their final strike as well. A strike to win the game, or a walk, or hit, and the game continues. Doing the fly ball. Center field. He's gonna go on. He'll make the catch, and the Anchors hold on. Just barely. The Portland Anchors survive, and they win this game 2-1, and they also win the series 2-1. It was a close one, but the Anchors hold on to win in 9 innings, 2-1. Martinez the win, Christian Javier the loss, Lopez the save. I'm Thomas Rios. Goodbye.